What radio? The music you want.
With your host, Keys Dan.
You're right. He's a loony.
RadioWhat.com. What's up, party people? It's Keys Dan with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live in a living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, I encourage you to go to DJLittleRock.com. Check availability, get your free price quote, and maybe you can hire little old me to be the DJ at your event. I conform to you. My shows this week are Thursday and Friday over at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. It's the Video Dance Party Karaoke Jam at the Rab. Full bar, kitchen is open. Pool tables are free on Thursday, and that show on Thursday starts at 7 p.m. And then at 8 o'clock on Friday nights. It's Friday. Yeah, you come and see me at the Rab. Once again, full bar, kitchen is open. They got a pool tournament. If you want to make some money while you're hanging out at the Rab, I encourage you. Get into the pool tournament. Do it. Make some money. All right, party people. Oh, yeah, and then on Saturday, I have a wedding. It is wedding season, and I dig the weddings. I have a wedding I think it's in Maumelle. Yeah, Maumelle. And they have already filled out their planning form, their music request, their event timeline. So the more you plan, the better I am. Yeah, do it. Party people. All right, today on the program, we have Leanne Henry. Leanne Henry, a very talented lady and a good family lady. She's always so smiley. First time I met her, she came to a karaoke show down at Lucky's in Maumelle, Arkansas, and she came with her girls, and she just had a good time. Just a ladies' night out, and so sweet. Very nice person. And the next time I got to see her was she did an open mic night over at the Rev Room, not in the Rev Room, but in the place next to the Rev Room. I don't know if there's a different name for that down in Little Rock, Arkansas. There was an open mic there with Bud Jones and a couple of other people. She's just so talented. She pretty much, I think they had her sing a song that she had never sang before, and she just got some lyrics and away she went. And I saw her just recently singing with Casey Sparks, and Casey was playing guitar and singing, and Leanne Henry was singing along with her. So I called her. I got a hold of her today on her Facebook Messenger, and she said, "Yeah, let's do a podcast." So let's do a podcast, and let's do it. Calling Leanne Henry right about now.
Hello?
Leanne Henry, please.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
This is Keys Dan from the What Makes You Famous podcast. How's your day?
Good.
Well, I've been wanting to get you on this podcast for quite some time now because you're very talented. You're a very talented person, very smiley person, and a very happy person. And the thing that really cinched it, I've been wanting to, and I've been talking about it, and I finally got the nerve, I guess, to look you up on the Facebook, and I know we've known each other for quite some time, but I think you have a story and you need to tell it, and I saw you playing with Casey Sparks, and she was on a previous podcast, and she did very well. My goodness, she had a story to tell. Very talented lady, and then I see two talented ladies on my computer screen, and I figure I need to get one of those talented ladies on the podcast because I need to complete the set. Leanne Henry.
Sounds good.
Where do we start? Let's see. I guess go ahead. How was your day? First off, what did you do today?
See. Woke up, vitamins and coffee, and
what time do you wake up?
Generally 5:36. during the school months, and then, but now, it's a good 7 a.m. now.
Nice. Yeah.
So,
it's summertime. We could sleep in a
see.
little bit all the way to 7 a.m.
I know.
That's
I
great.
know. Isn't that something?
It's like 7 a.m. is really sleeping in. I guess the farmers would have something to say about that.
For sure.
So 5:30, you usually wake up and you take care of the kids and take them off to school. But now the summer has just begun. Memorial Day was yesterday, and here we are on a Tuesday, and it's going up on the What Makes You Famous podcast. And you're already famous in a small town, and maybe beyond. And I'm sure people know about you through your social media.
I've never. No, I don't think so at all. I don't really consider. I don't think so.
All right. Well,
but
go ahead.
I would hope that people would, if they heard my name, maybe find it familiar. Probably not know who I am, but just the name would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, just the people on your social media, if they get to know you, if they get to see you, they're gonna love you. Because I appreciate everything you do out there. I see you doing some dancing. I see you doing some singing. There's a lot of times when you're sitting on your bed with your piano and you got your kids jumping around and the puppy, and you're just trying to sing a song for the people, entertain the people, and you do it.
Yes, it's kind of just a release of emotion, just kind of expression, and helps relieve stress and take your mind off good things, bad things. But I just love music. Love it. Everything music. So that's what I enjoy. And in bed, it was just comfort and away from everyone else.
Sure.
And the dog too. Like, oh.
Well, let's take it back to the first time that we met. Okay, I was doing a karaoke show over at Lucky's in Maumelle, Arkansas, and it's a pretty fun place to go to in Maumelle. And I was very happy and privileged to be a part of that show. Sadly, I no longer do that karaoke show. But then who comes bopping in? A group of girls just out on ladies' night, just having some fun, all smiley. And the smiliest one comes up to me and says, "I'd like to sing a song." And I had never met you before, but you treated me like I was family, like you knew me. And it was so pleasant to see your smiling face, because I like to be that outgoing and that outreaching to people and treat people with a smile. Is that something that came from your childhood? Does your mom and dad smile at you a lot?
Oh, I don't think a lot, maybe a fair amount, but not a constant thing. And my grandmother did too, but not a whole lot. It was just I think a regular amount. I'd say a few times a day.
Tell me about Grandma.
Oh, let's see. My father's mother, we called her Mimi. I spent a lot of time with her growing up, and
where are you from?
I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Yes. Raised in Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Okay, I've heard things about a Pine Bluff. I've heard it has nicknames. Could they be true?
Wonderful things. Some are and some aren't, but it is I don't know if it is now, but when I lived there, it was a great town to be. So
great town.
But it does have a reputation.
Okay.
A little reputation.
Did you spend your early life in Pine Bluff then?
Yes. I spent my first, 15 years in Pine Bluff, and moved around New Mexico, Colorado, and Texas, but ended up back in Arkansas, which is great, which is exactly how I want it. So very good. The first 15 years in Pine Bluff, though, right? Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. How was your grade school life?
I was a very good student. I would go as far as to say perfect till about that mark when you're not perfect. Till about that mark of the those teenage years, and then it kind of just kind of
oh yeah, and being a parent myself and being a parent yourself, that the kids love you until they're teenagers.
Yeah. So,
and then after the teen years, they end up loving you again.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't you worry, because you haven't gotten there yet. Once they get past those teen years and they're out of school, they're gonna say, "Oh, you know what? I do love my mom. I'm going to come back home and I'm going to visit with mom because I love her." And that's a wonderful thing. So, all right. What did Dad do?
Let's see. My father, he was a physician in Pine Bluff, family practice and emergency room, ER medicine. And then he's now retired.
Excellent.
And my
mother.
The
ER. I like the ER. When I was an EMT paramedic, I worked in the ER in Miami, and I tell people, if you're going to go into medicine, go into the ER. Treat them and street them.
Yeah, wow.
Yes, you get to know your patients. You love them. Okay. Working on the floor, you would get to know them a little bit more because they spend weeks and sometimes even months with you. But the ER is either treat them and street them or treat them and admit them. You see them for a couple of hours. You get their main vitals down. Was Dad like the ER guy, the trauma guy, or how did he work?
I believe so. I believe that's what he was for Tom. Every case is different.
Okay. And this is in Pine Bluff.
Yes.
Okay. Where's he from?
I think he is from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Shreveport, Louisiana. Do you have much family still down there?
None that I know of. No, none that I know of. No.
All right, I like Louisiana. That's one of my favorite LAs, and of course the other LA.
Okay.
So, and what did Mama do?
She loved tennis and she loved cooking, and she helped with some clerical work. I think, or she not helped. She actually did a lot of that when I was younger, and then I don't. But she loved to watch Chinese movies and
Chinese movies. Why did she watch Chinese movies?
She was Taiwanese. My mother was Taiwanese.
Taiwanese.
So
that's cool. Like straight from Taiwan.
Like straight from Taiwan.
That's cool. How did Mom and Dad meet? Do you know?
There's another way to put that, but I'm not. My dad was military. I know that's unusual, yes, for that combination, but no, he was military, and they just met when he was stationed overseas, and so cool. In the Navy.
In the Navy.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You could sail the 7 seas.
Oh.
So fantastic. Was he a physician in the Navy?
I think so, yes. I believe, yes, he was.
That is great. And then Mom, clerical work, mostly a homemaker, though?
Yes, a homemaker, yes.
Oh, hardest job in the whole wide world. Oh, yeah. You got to be doctor, lawyer, Indian chief. You got to be everything. The plumber.
Plumber. Oh, my word.
Yes. Patch worker, matchmaker. Oh, yeah, all that. Everything. Yeah. That's the hardest job in the whole wide world. And I don't want to do it. No, I will go out and get my Joe job and do what I got to do, 9 to 5 or 9 to 12 or 7 to 8 or whatever. But homemaker. Hardest job in the whole wide world. And raising kids. How many siblings do you have?
I have 3 siblings, and we're all totally different, and we're all probably around 7 years apart, just all spaced out.
all born in Pine Bluff?
No, let's see. my brother, I believe, was born in Plum Bluff. And let's see, my sister, I think, was born in Chicago. My oldest sister was born in Chicago.
Chicago, great mistakes. Now I know where Dad was stationed. Great Lakes, Illinois.
Chicago, but I think, and then my other sister was born in Vietnam.
Vietnam.
So we have a lot. We have a lot of. Okay.
You got some flavor in the family.
I'm sorry, Dad. Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. And does that reflect in the decorations in your house or in their house?
Yes, it definitely does. In my sister from Vietnam, it does in her house for sure.
Yeah.
And a little bit in my brother's too.
How about your parents' house growing up?
Let's see, antiques. Lots of antiques.
Knickknacks.
The certain dynasties, periods. I don't even know. I have no knowledge of any of the interior decorating, but chests and chairs and all that kind of stuff. But
no, I appreciate it all. all that stuff from the Far East is just so cool. You know, you look at it, and a lot of people get tattoos of the Far Eastern stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Far East. It's different.
It is. It so is. I've known so many people of so many different cultures. You know, I'm from Miami and the Florida Keys, big tourist town, and I have to say hello and goodbye in several different languages. And you get to know people. You get to know lots of people and talk to them and just find out more about their cultures. And I want to know more about you, Leanne Henry. I want to dig deep. This is a learning podcast. I want to know about, you know, how you see the world and how you were brought up and how that shaped your life. You know, any interesting stories?
Oh, let's see. Any interesting stories? Let's see. I don't know why this one comes to mind. And it's not a long one. It's very short.
Hit me.
I was walking down, let's see. It was in New Orleans.
What year?
And it was a long time ago. I'd say I was a teenager.
Okay.
15, 16.
What would that put the year in?
I don't want to say that. Do we want to dig that deep?
Come on, no, I'm 50 years old. We can take it. You're a whippersnapper, youngin'.
I'm a whippersnapper. Not at all. No. I'm an 80s baby. I will say that. I'm an 80s baby. I like
that. When I was graduating, you were being born.
Yeah, okay. That's cool.
All right, so you're 15 and you're in Louisiana. What happened?
Okay, so I'm just walking down with a halter top on, beige halter top, and some polyester plaid pants, and hair wild and crazy and down with big, I always remember events of what I'm wearing, almost always.
Judge it by fashion.
Yes, and some big stacked shoes, and I'm just walking, and I had this purse that was open, made of 100% wool woven. It's hot in summertime, but still, it's wide open. There's no zipper on it or anything.
Oh yeah.
And this gentleman walking behind me had his whole arm, not hand, in my purse up to the elbow.
Was he trying to keep warm or what?
I think that must have been it. I'm pretty sure. And it would work well for that. And so I turned around and I looked at him directly in the eyes and I smiled, and he just retracted his hand and I don't remember if he smiled back or not, but just walked off. And that was I don't know why that story, when you asked me that question, that's the first thing that came to my mind. Oh my goodness, that's weird.
That's a pretty interesting story that just came into your head, Miss Leanne Henry. That's fantastic. Well,
I wish I would have given him some if he need, but I think he probably saw that, but thank goodness it didn't. Nothing, thank goodness it ended well.
So you think he was looking for money or something?
I think so. I think that had to have been it.
Well, even back then at 15, knowing you like I know you, I think you would have given him whatever he needed.
Totally. I would have.
You would have smiled and said, "Yeah, you need a couple bucks. That's all I got in my purse. I'm only 15."
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's very nice. Okay. All right. Well, that was an exciting moment in your life, a turning point.
A turning point.
All right. So, different facets of your life. You have dancing, you have the singing, and you have the musicianship. And I'm sure there's other facets. I don't want to paint you into a small box because you're very entertaining and you're very talented, and I'm saying it so you don't have to.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. So when was the first time you? Let's see. First time you felt the entertainment bug. How young were you, and why did you get into, say, dancing?
Let's see. I took dance from a young age. I guess 4 or 5. Let's see. Dorothy was DeSoto's dance classes, and
that's in Pine Bluff.
In Pine Bluff.
Is it still going?
A long time ago. I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think it is. And then after that, I took ballet from Miss Mayeska. She was Russian. I'm not sure if she still teaches either. But
all in Pine Bluff.
She was very disciplined and structured, and not assertive, not mean, but just assertive, and a perfectionist. So I took ballet up till probably 12, 13.
Yeah.
And even with the hard point shoes, the wool, stuffed wool and wood and everything on the bottom. But
did you make the ballet? What's it? The touring company and
No, I never did anything like that. I just performed locally, just country clubs.
Wow.
Let's see.
How did you feel performing in front of people at that young age?
I did not even really think much about it. I don't think, mostly because it was the whole group. So I don't know if others were nervous or not, but for that I wasn't, and I really focused more on the music than the other people around. I won't even look at people if I'm playing, or if I don't make eye contact. I'm just gonna pretend that I'm singing by myself or something. I think, I probably should work on that.
No, that's a pretty good technique. Whenever you're singing in front of people, you don't have to necessarily. Well, some people pick one person, or some people sing to the exit sign in the back of the room. Some people sing about 2 feet over people's heads, so you're kind of keeping eye contact. But some people can sing right to you, right to somebody.
No, I can't do that. No way.
I think the best of the best will pick out one person on this side of the room and sing to them for a little bit, and then one person on that side of the room and sing to them for a little bit, and then maybe one down the middle. So that person probably gets a really good experience.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need drinks.
Yeah, getting to hear Leanne Henry sing right to them. Wow.
Oh my word.
And then they'll tell people for Thanksgivings to come, I remember the time that Leanne Henry sang right to me. It was so cool. Could you pass me the cranberries, please? So, all right. So you did the dancing first, or did you do the singing first, or did you do the playing music first?
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
Yay!
I did the dancing first, which actually surprises me.
At 4 years old, at the tender age of 4, you started out in Pine Bluff dancing. at several different places, I guess?
Just recitals, just the only place I can, convention centers and stuff like that, but not like big. Well, I guess that might be considered a big place. I don't know.
Convention center sounds pretty big. Sounds like thousands of people were enjoying the dancing of Leanne Henry.
It doesn't seem like it was that many. I don't know.
So did you have any solos at this time?
Let's see. No, I did have solos, but I also did mostly with the whole class, and even we had the pas de deux, which is like the man or the girl and the boy dancing and lifting in the air and everything. And
you had boys at that age? Boys?
No, just one. He was my cousin.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. And your cousin was dancing in the same troupe?
Yes.
That is so cool.
Talented. So talented.
That's a tight family. That's excellent. And this is in Pine Bluff.
In Pine Bluff. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how much family do you have in Pine Bluff?
Okay. It's like a distant cousin. I have, not very many, not very much family. And
so mom was made in Taiwan. See what I did there? And then,
yes.
And then where was dad made?
Made?
Yeah, where is he from?
Okay, I think Shreveport. I don't know if he was made there or not.
I don't need to know. I don't need to know. But you say he was born in Shreveport or lived in Shreveport for most of his life then.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. Did the I guess it's a little Cajun over there. Did that taste of music affect you at all?
No, I have not. No, I don't think so. I'll do some blues but not a whole bunch of blues. But
all right.
I'm testing that area.
Okay.
A little bit.
So did you hear some Taiwanese music growing up?
I did, and I would be so embarrassed.
Why?
Because my mom would just come rolling up in elementary school, just blaring either Chinese opera or Chinese pop, and I'd be so embarrassed getting out of the car because I thought, oh my goodness, And we talked about this later, and because she didn't even think about it, but who would think about it? I'd be like, oh, well, I'd hope she'd play some kind of American music, maybe Beatles or Barbra Streisand, just something, just whatever, but not that.
Yeah.
But just that was funny like that.
Well,
but
do you know how popular that music is these days? I mean, I know this is a totally different area, but even the K-pop. Oh my goodness! The kids are digging it. I
did a Zumba class at a church.
Yeah.
Methodist church, and all these children were requesting the K-pop people and
BTS.
Like
please.
We didn't. They can't understand a single word that these people were saying, but they love the beats and these high pitched. I don't even know. I can't even imagine.
Now, back in the day, was the Chinese pop the same way?
No.
Not at all. Just a lot of guitars, a lot of strings.
Lots of strings.
Yeah.
But the voices are in such a different key than anything else, and everywhere. But the string, yes, and of course violin and what is it? Mandolin, just all kinds of things. But
the mandolin, and I know there's one other stringed instrument that's very typical in Chinese music. And one of my favorite places to eat, I go to Russellville almost every day, obviously, and I go to Mulan's, and they play some of the coolest music and some of the atmosphere, the flavor. It's not just the good food; it's the music too. Because I listen to pop all
prefer
the time.
when a restaurant has the real authentic music. If they, it's a good sign that the food will be authentic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and I see people in the back room, picking, cutting beans and getting things all prepared by hand. So I know it's fresh,
Yes,
So
yes.
this portion of the podcast sponsored by Mulan's Restaurant. And I dig that music. Is that the kind of music that Mom was playing as she's rolling up to school with you?
No,
Opera.
no, it was more classic opera.
I'm trying to figure out what Chinese pop is, because I know when I saw The Karate Kid, okay, and I know that's Okinawa, and that's, more on the Japanese side, and they went to a club in that movie, The Karate Kid, and I think this is Karate Kid Part 2, and this is probably maybe early 90s, maybe late 80s, and they go to a club, and it's playing like Chinese versions of American rock songs. Is that something that you had a taste of, or is Chinese pop just completely different?
I
know I'm digging too deep on this one.
It is completely different, but I can't recall or recollect any of the pop songs. I can, like, one classical song stands out from the opera, and I don't know the words. I know the tune, but I don't know the words.
Well, hum a few bars. You're a singer.
Okay. Let's see. Well, let's see here. And I'm sure right off the bat that Taiwanese person could tell you the exact song, the same, everything, but I can't, but. Okay. I'm going to drink a water before I go doing this.
I'm putting Leanne Henry on the spot and making her sing a little piece of a Chinese opera or Taiwanese opera that she grew up hearing. Go for it.
Okay, it's no words because I cannot do the words, so it's only the melody.
Yes.
Let's see. It's like Your way. Da, 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 da. That's all I know. But
you sent chills up my spine just then. I'm sure there's people listening right now, and they're listening and they're going, wow. As they're working out, as they're drinking their coffee in the morning, as they're driving to work in their cars, they're listening to that and they just got a little chill. That was cool, Leanne Henry. That was cool.
My voice is kind of dry right now.
So when did you start singing? You started dancing at 4. When did you start singing? Or what was next? Did you pick up a musical instrument, or did you start singing?
Oh, yes. I forgot. Well, let's see. I took piano lessons also from about 5 to 14.
Yeah.
And I'm a very poor reader of music. Pretty much illiterate with it, but I would watch my piano teacher's fingers. He had beautiful, elegant fingers, and Pete Buckholz, and he actually played at my wedding, and big part of the Lakeside United Methodist Church in Plum Bluff, and but I would watch what he played and then play and try to mimic and play what he. Trying to fake being able to read. But let's see. So I took piano and sang in the church choir for a bit and school choir and that stuff. But mostly singing was just at home. It was just at home, in the living room, in the shower, just anywhere. I would just sing. All the time, and everything.
Yeah.
In Vogue, that'll tell you that's a big clue on the 80s thing right there. Early 80s, baby. So let's see, In Vogue, and then you'd go to the other spectrum, just Clint Black, Lori Morgan, Reba, and then just totally flip it and Snoop Dogg and it's everything. I've listened to everything except like polka music.
Now, okay,
And,
yeah. How did you get a hold of this music?
let's see. The first piece of music I ever bought, or no, I didn't buy it. My dad got, was at Radio Shack, and it was a cassette tape of the Beach Boys.
What's a cassette tape, Mommy?
I know, exactly. That's like playing an 8-track, which I have no idea what that really, how that works or anything. But nowadays,
I had 3 8-track tapes.
So, I don't know what that is, and I wish I didn't know what a cassette tape looked like either, but I do.
Explain for the people, what's a cassette tape?
Exactly, it's this contraption. It's this. Let's see, this piece of plastic that looks like. Anyway, I can't even tell you. Let's see, what else?
Thank you, Leanne Henry. That was well done. Well done. So you said you don't read music, and you'd be surprised at how many artists that I've been talking to over the last few months on this podcast, and even before that, before I even started the What Makes You Famous podcast, they don't read music. They just got right into it. Had an ear for music, was able to, look at tabs or watch people's fingers and go. Is that something that you did?
Yes. The go part, yes. The figuring it all out, it came somewhat naturally, but it does require, it doesn't come easy. Like, it's not like, oh, I got it. It takes some kind of like dedication and repetition or, lots of, I'll write down lots of notes, just A, B, C, D. I'll write even that down a lot. And the second nature part will come after playing a few times, but you just have to have that part to go, and stick with it.
I'm so happy to hear that, Leanne Henry, that you're a hard worker, that it doesn't come easy. I mean, you make it look easy. When you get up there, you make it look so easy. And I've seen you at open mics, to where, and even the videos. I mean, I got to see you live at an open mic, and I've seen you doing karaoke as well, where it looks like it comes so naturally. And there's, oh, wait, I don't know that song, but let me get the words. And sometimes you'll just put a phone with the words in front of you, and you come out like a champ. You sound like you've been singing this for years. And this is probably the first time you've seen it written down. Is that right?
Yes. Oh. Yes. After writing, yeah.
Color me impressed. Well, what was the first instrument that you picked up?
The first was piano and guitar, which I'm still not, just barely play. I can barely play the guitar. But that I just picked up and have just self-taught and tried myself how to each chord, but there's still a lot of improvement to be made there.
How are you self-teaching yourself, Leanne Henry?
I looked up a few chords on YouTube, and then I had someone show me for about 20 minutes. Actually, I guess I did have a lesson for about 20 minutes.
20 minutes and you're a star.
And then I just remembered it and went back over it. And
okay, I take back some of what I said. It does come a little easier to you.
just that part. Oh no, but it's still pretty awful. The picking and but maybe progress at some point will take place.
So what YouTube videos do you watch, Leanne Henry?
I really don't watch much YouTube ever.
No, I mean to learn the guitar.
Oh, to learn the guitar. I have no idea who they were. I just type it in, and I have no idea. I couldn't even tell you.
What do you type into the search engine
or anything? How to play B minor, or I don't know, something like that. Just or how to play the F chord was difficult at first. So just how to play F chord. And then it'll come up, like a million different people. Not
That's
million.
pretty cool. Well, I was talking to Casey Sparks, and she said she uses the ultimate tabs, I think, something like that on the YouTube. And she taught herself how to play using that. Is that something that you've been doing as well,
cool.
or something around there? Or do you use tabs?
No, no, I don't ever use tabs. I don't ever use tabs. I just, I guess by ear, I guess. Or
Wow.
I'll hit a note on the keyboard and it'll be that sound like, okay, that's G. That's a G. All right, I know what that is. On the guitar, I'll try to translate it that way, but I don't really look at tabs.
So you can hear a song and then learn how to play it just from hearing it.
I guess so.
Is
guess so.
that right? That's right.
Yes, but with lots of mess ups first.
Okay, I'm okay with mess ups. You're allowed to make mistakes. These are learning curves. This is not a bad thing. It's not the amount of times you fall down. It's the amount of times you get back up.
That's what I'm learning more and more.
Oh yeah. So all right. So we're coming through from your early age. You were a piano and into ballet. Any other extracurricular activities you were as you were growing up?
Let's see. I think that's it. I took art briefly. I mean, like once, but no, that was it. It was just piano and ballet.
No other clubs you were in? What did you do with your friends?
I guess I would just normal think the mall was big in those days.
There's a mall in Pine Bluff?
And I know. I was like the only place to go.
That's cool.
Probably. But, yeah. What else? Sleepovers and just that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Riding later on, just riding around in the car, just driving.
All right. So you said you did Pine Bluff until 15. Where did you spend your high school then?
I went to, Pine Bluff High for a year.
Okay.
And then I went to New Mexico Military Institute.
Oh, how'd you end up there? Was Dad still in the military?
6 months. I just ended up there. I had a choice. It would be Catholic school or military school, and I chose military school, and which, looking back, probably wasn't the right option to choose. But
No. So what kind of experience was military school? Did you get dressed up like you were in the Army or stuff, or was that kind of military school?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What did you have a rank?
Yes. Well, just the lowest of the lowest rank.
And is this Army or is this Navy?
It was Army.
So you were in an Army military
I wasn't
school.
in the Army. The people in college could be were Army. The people in college,
Right?
But in the high school, no.
No, but you're training to become that. You're getting some discipline.
Yes, which did not work out.
This girl wants to break out.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I did. I just left.
Okay, so you spent only 1 year in military school, you say?
No, I don't think I spent that long. I think it was maybe half a year.
Where'd you go from there?
I went to Colorado Springs.
How'd you end up in Colorado?
I got on a Greyhound bus, and my roommate in military school, who was Navajo, or I'm sure she still is Navajo.
Yeah, she was Navajo. She's not anymore. Now she's American. No, of course, yeah.
She could outrun any guy in the whole school.
She outruns them.
She could outrun them. That girl had lungs like,
Was she from
she'd
Colorado?
be ahead of them. she'd be no, she was from Kayenta, Arizona.
Okay, all right.
But yes, we called her Chief, and she was pretty cool.
And you went to Colorado Springs with her?
No, I didn't go with her.
Oh, okay.
But I went. Let's see. I don't know. I remember. I think it was her brother or her cousin. I don't know why I can't remember that now.
Okay.
After all these years, I think it was her cousin. I think.
But it was a boy?
Yes.
You went with a boy?
No, I didn't go with a boy, but I went to stay with a boy, but I had never met him at all.
Okay, all right. So how did you get there, and what did your parents think of this?
Well, it was kind of one of those things where it's like, it's like, well, if you don't make it in this school, you're just you're kind of on your own there. Just do what you. So I did. I just said okay, and hopped on a Greyhound and went to Colorado.
And that's it. You left school.
I left school. Mm-hmm.
I'm out of there. All right, that's it. And this is 10th grade. You're done.
Actually, let's see. I think this was 11th.
11th grade. Wow. All right. So did you end up finishing high school or get a GED or?
I did. I finished high school at Air Academy in Colorado Springs.
But you weren't there with your parents?
No, I wasn't there. I got married.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that sounds cool. Hey,
that's logical.
Love is a wonderful thing.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay.
No, it's not. I mean, no, it is. It is, but not at that. Not.
You got married to the cousin?
Not at that. No, I did not get married. I got married to his friend.
You got married to his friend? Okay.
Yeah. I know. God, should not. Maybe we shouldn't do this podcast. Is it too late to turn back?
No, this is a learning story. This is good. It's getting juicy now. All right. Here we go. So, who did you marry?
Okay. Let's see. His name was Say.
Say?
S-E. Mm-hmm.
What? Say it again?
Say. Yep, that's it. It was Say, like, say your
S-E.
name or my name.
Say. Okay. Yeah. And you were a wee tot of 16, 17 years old?
We met when I was 17.
17 years old. Wow.
Got married like the week after I turned 18 or something really close like that. Just like, turn 18, let's get married.
So this is a lesson to moms and dads not to hold your kids too tight because they'll break out on you. All right. Don't give them a military upbringing, even if you're in the military.
No. I mean, it was just,
it was something to do as a teenager, and kids are fun. I'll tell you. All right, so you got married to Say in Colorado Springs. How'd that work out?
And yeah, it didn't. It didn't.
That was short lived. All right, what happened next?
But pretty long considering our youth. And age. It was the cultural differences. He was Laotian. He was like 4 different kinds of Asian, but he looked Hispanic. It was.
Well, the only contact with Laotian I have is on King of the Hill. Is the neighbors, and we're Laotian, and I'm
Connie.
Like, yeah, Connie.
Yeah,
I don't know how true to life that is.
Similar. It was similar. It's not far off.
So they didn't want to be called Chinese. They didn't want to be called Asian. No, we Laotian. Okay. I get it. All right.
Yeah.
So that kind of a cultural difference that you knocked heads a little bit. Then what happened?
Yes. We just felt it was just more it was just more friend. We were just more friends. I mean, just I don't know. It just wasn't. I don't know.
Well, that's kind of sweet. You married a friend. That was kind of sweet. You helped each other through a time.
Yeah. that's pretty much
Okay.
what it was. And I got on another Greyhound. And,
That's right. And then where did you go?
Well, okay, let me know. He got out of the military and we moved to Texas, and I lived in Texas for a few months. And then went from Texas, came back home. And about 22, I guess, 22.
Back to Pine Bluff.
Back to Pine Bluff.
Yeah, that's where you belong. Mom and Dad been
Yeah.
waiting for you.
Yeah, it was.
You crazy kid.
Good. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this stuff just seems. This is literally a lifetime ago. It was long.
Feels like it. It feels like it. 22. Yeah, it was kind of far away from me too. So, all right, you got back to Pine Bluff at 22. Then what happened?
Oh my goodness! Can I just skip this part?
You can.
Can I just skip this part?
You don't have to tell anything.
Okay. Let's see here.
Don't worry, it's just you and me. We're here.
Okay. Yeah. It
Just you and me and the millions of people that are probably going to be listening.
No. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Well, why not? Let's just lay it all out. So let's say 22 to 24. I just was. I lived in the country. It was like real country. We're talking like country.
Like,
and by country, I mean.
So not Pine Bluff, outside of Pine Bluff.
Right, like right outside of Pine Bluff. And yeah. And it was just a wild time. And
but you're not married anymore.
No, not married.
Okay.
Not married.
So what do you get into, Leanne Henry?
Let's see. What did I get into? Okay. So let's see here. I did a little bit of cocktail waitressing, a little bit, just like local bars. And then, what else? I don't know. That's about it. That's all I'm going to say on that period. 22 to 24.
Okay.
Because I'd rather just forget that time.
That sounds good to me. What's next, Leanne Henry, in the life?
Next, let's see. Okay, I drove to Little Rock.
Okay.
And had my belongings in the car. The country song "Right Down Here" is just like that. I mean, just like that, pretty much. That was me coming up to Little Rock.
Very cool.
I
were a little past Little
Rock. I stayed with a friend for, I guess, 3 months or so. Let's see, for 2 or 3 months, and I walked into an Asian restaurant, and I was just really doing it just to test to see if I could get hired. I was just wondering if they would hire me, and they did. And so I worked at a restaurant, just waitressing. And I've been a waitress a lot. Like, I've been a waitress at IHOP when I was 17 and Colorado.
Nothing wrong with that.
Which was really a good experience. It was nice. And then, let's see, where else? Oh, West End. I worked at West End here. And just, so yeah, I did. So what else? And then, right before I drove to Little Rock, though, my mom passed away.
Oh.
And so.
And this is at 24 years old? Hello?
Uh-huh.
At 24?
Yep.
That's kind of young. Yeah. Okay. Still a little tough, isn't it? Do we need to take a break?
No. No, I don't, nope. Because if I don't, then I'll just, I don't know.
All right. So that was a tough time. I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So 24. And Dad, how did he take it?
It was hard on all of us.
Hard on who?
On all of us, I think.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I imagine so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So,
So
I worked up here as a waitress,
yes.
and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Just
Living your life.
when you're young, yes, and you're young, you're not thinking about anything. You're just going out and
So what kind of things did you do when you went out? You have a lot of friends?
Just dance, just go out and dance, and I wouldn't say like a lot. No, I like it a lot, but I still talk to people that I'm from then, not a lot.
Yep.
And it's so funny that a bunch of the waitresses at West End still keep in contact. It's like a deal where on Facebook, like still like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. And this is Little Rock?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah. And were you living in Little Rock at the time?
Yes. I was living in Little Rock and just no responsibilities.
Yeah.
Just when you look back on it, it's like, oh, wow, you probably should have been doing something else. Like, you probably should have been in school. Something.
There you go. You're teaching the kids. Probably should have stayed in school.
Yes. That is exactly. Yeah, right. But, yep, just working, paying bills.
Yeah. So,
going out.
Did you have a roommate? You living by yourself?
No, let's see. I got an apartment in Maumelle.
Yeah.
And dated a few people in here now and then, and
playing any music at the time?
In between. No, it's funny. I did one time. Oh, this is a really good piece of advice. If you think that you are horrible at an instrument or singing or anything,
sure.
Just keep doing it anyway. Just keep doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Because I was really, really, really bad. Like, even worse than I am now.
What? No,
at guitar. Great. No, at the guitar, though. It was so bad. And it was Markham Street. There was a bar. They had 25-cent wings. I can't remember the name. Was it Market Street? I don't know. But it was a bar, and they had 25-cent wings. And there was a musician, and I don't remember his name. But I think he was very well known and a fabulous, wonderful musician and guitar player. But my first time playing out, I played "Breathe" on the guitar. Anna Nalick or whatever. And
what's "Breathe"?
Breathe.
Oh, "Breathe" by who?
Is it Anna? Is it Nalick or Nalick?
Oh, Anna Nalick, "Breathe" 2 a.m.
No, yes.
Good song.
That's it. And
And this is the first time you're playing now?
It's the first time I've ever played any kind of music.
And this is on the piano?
No, on the guitar.
Oh, this is on the guitar. Wow, okay. Uh-huh. And you were really good on the piano by this time, right?
I had never played piano in front of a setting other than a recital in a church.
Right.
But no, it was guitar, and it was so bad.
What made you say, "Hey, let me get out and get this guitar"?
I think it was probably the wings. It had to have been the wings or the beer. Could have been one or the other.
Probably the beer, and more the beer, not the wings. I get it.
It was probably Jack and Diet.
So you're in your mid-20s at this point, and you said, "Hey, let's give it a shot."
I think yes, mid-24, 24 probably. Yeah, 24,
yeah.
25.
All right. And this is
in
Little Rock.
And the guy told me to keep doing it. He said I sounded good and to keep doing it.
You better believe it.
And I knew it sucked. Like, I knew it was terrible.
No, but keep going. Keep trying. Yeah.
And so, and he didn't say use the word potential because, that word, it's a good word, but when you hear potential, you're like, I don't want to hear that. But he just said, yeah, you know, keep doing it. You sound good.
So good. And did you keep doing it?
And I kept doing it. And I kept playing.
You kept on playing.
I don't remember his name. I don't even remember the bar name, but I'm sure someone knows exactly that bar's name. It was 25-cent wings. That's all I know.
So what happened next? You're a young girl of the world, living in Little Rock, practicing your music, taking it out to the people.
I did not even do that until way later. Oh. Not even. Let's see. 10 years later, almost, maybe less, as far as playing out like I do now.
Okay, so what happened in those 10 years?
Babies.
You got babies?
Babies.
Where'd those come from? You're not even married. You were divorced. You were having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
who'd you meet?
Well, remet.
Okay.
I met my husband, Charlie.
Charlie.
That
guy's cool.
Charlie. I met Charlie. We were together in high school. And,
really?
Yeah, we were. I was 15 and he was 17.
Wait, which high school?
Okay, we didn't go to the same high school.
Okay.
I went to Pine Bluff High, and he went to like Washington Chapel. He was a chapel kid.
Chapel? Is that like a Catholic school?
No, it's like a little town on the outside across some railroad tracks, and just it's practically Pine Bluff, but it's still not like it's a separate school. And we didn't go to the same school. I just met him through mutual friends, and
well, that's sweet.
Yeah. So we were together, and then I just moved. You know, I guess you could say abruptly. I don't know.
Huh. But so it just wasn't your time yet.
Right. It wasn't the time, and then we kind of reconnected at 22.
Okay.
When I first moved back, but it still wasn't the right time.
Still wasn't time. Okay. You had some partying to do.
Yep.
Okay. All right. But around the mid-20s, you said,
I didn't say anything. This just happened.
How did this happen? Where'd you find each other?
Let's see. This is so cliche, but MySpace.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Charlie was on MySpace?
Yeah, He was on MySpace.
That guy's not on social media at all anymore.
I know. He's not now.
That's right. He found his prize.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you got to shut it down. when you're married. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
But,
I still got 11,000 friends on MySpace. I'm not giving it up.
He does. Yeah, he does. He just does. Never has. He's done.
Well, cool. You met up on MySpace. Then what happened?
Let's see. And then 6 months later, and then we just, I really don't know how to put this where, for the time will align correctly, but we just ended up being together and now married with children for over 10 years now. So
that's sweet.
Long time.
Now you kids are good. I love that boy. He's a good boy. You know, he's got a smiley face too.
Yeah, he does. He's got a up to no good smiley face.
Okay, all right. I see there might be a little devilishness in there as well, and I'm not afraid to say it. I know it's just you and me here.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so you got the kids. That's great. And
kids,
married with the kids, and now what happens? Mm-hmm. How the kids doing?
Oh, right now they're doing really, really well, good and well. Well and good. Every time I say well, someone will say good. Every time I say good, someone says well. I'll even looked it up, and I think they say if you say good emphatically that it's correct. So
I'm not a grammar Nazi. I don't care.
But yeah, right now my children are okay. But I started playing music out when my son was very sick. Oh. And I had to do something to take my mind off of it.
What happened?
He has severe chronic kidney disease.
And this is from birth?
Yes.
Wow.
In vitro, we knew right when they said it's a boy, and we're so happy. And then they said, but something's wrong.
Wow. How'd that make you feel? Yeah.
It was very scary.
Yeah. Well, how do you deal with something like that?
Prayer and alcohol.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay. And Jesus drank. I've
music.
Heard that.
Music.
Okay.
And I wouldn't even.
And this is your firstborn?
No, he and my secondborn. He's my secondborn.
Okay. How's the firstborn?
Oh, she's great. She's crazy. She's good.
Healthy, perfect.
Healthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Close enough. Close enough.
Perfect little angel.
She is. She's very, very, very sweet. Very
Help
sweet.
You out a lot?
I wouldn't say a lot, but she's good girl.
Okay. Take your time. Maybe you can help some people. Take your time. Hello?
I'm here. Okay. I'm thinking about what you said.
All right. So you got the baby boy. You're struggling with him a little bit. He's a little sick.
Yes.
Or is he a lot sick?
It's a lot. It was a lot.
So a lot of time in the hospital then?
Yes. Yes. Periods. Lots of
We can talk about this if you want to, or we
inpatient
don't
stays. Oh, no, I don't mind. Let's see. We did dialysis every night for the first 4 years.
From a baby?
From a baby.
Wow.
From the time he was, September to January, since he was 4 months old.
Yeah. So at least one of you had to be out of a job.
I think for proper care, I think that yes, and just cleaning the parts of his body that for the dialysis, and medically, keeping everything kind of sanitized, and that, and then he's so sick every morning and every night, just so sick.
Right.
Every single night.
I guess he slept in the same room with you guys, and
Yes, yeah. He was right, because his machine would be right beside us, and that thing would beat like you wouldn't believe at the worst times, just burr, burr, burr. And then you'd have to make adjustments, and he was just so sick,
I can feel it.
But at the same time, like, unbelievably, for going through all of that, unbelievably, like, happy and strong. And that's, like, I can't even imagine. He was, and he still is, and it's, so he's pretty.
Yeah. He's still your boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got through, okay, not to gloss over too much, but those first 4 years were pretty tough.
Yes. I think my husband, probably as an outlet, chose video games, and I chose music.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
my goodness, Leanne Henry, we're getting deep. And now, how is he doing?
Now he's good. Now he's
how old
good.
Is he now?
He is 7 years old.
7.
And 7, I know.
So how did he do from 4 to 7?
He got a kidney transplant.
What?
May 20th, 2016.
That's great.
And then has just soared in health. Just done so well, and we could not have asked for anything more. And it's good. I guess it's good to remember.
Yeah.
What we've put the past, because that was, and then now, because you look at him and you don't see, you can't really see anything. He does have other things that you can't see medically, but
I see pictures of that boy.
Yeah.
He's a sweetheart. Oh my goodness. Smiley face. Oh, a beautiful boy. And a beautiful girl too. You did good. You and Charlie made some good babies.
Thank you. That's it. That's it.
You're done. No,
That's all I got. But he's doing very well now.
All right.
Grateful. Just be grateful. Just
For sure. And you say you still have your faith? I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I absolutely do. I kind of flex between. Well, I don't know exactly how to put it. But
I'm okay with anything.
Let's say, some people can be like my grandmother, or yes, just like Methodist, and then wait, but now we're going to go back to being Presbyterian, or Presbyterian and then Methodist and back to Presbyterian. Well, I'm kind of like that with anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should go to a non-denominational church, but
okay.
I don't. I kind of skip. Yeah.
Yeah. So where do we go from here, Leanne Henry?
Let's see. I don't know. You lead the way.
This is your podcast. You tell your story. You got your baby boy. He's back in shape. You had to get through some tough times, but thankfully you have your man Henry and your baby girl. She's doing good, and you still got music. What are you doing with the music?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I there's this clip, and I don't watch YouTube ever, but I think my children were watching it.
Yes.
Flipping through things. And then I saw this one clip where this woman was singing, and she was 41, and she was being told, it's too late for you. You should have known this earlier, I guess to do her music thing. And I thought, oh my gosh, is there's hopefully there's not a time cutoff.
Nope.
So my plan is at some point, which should be not more definitive than that. I'd like to make a country album.
Yeah.
I like to make a country album.
Do it.
I've got
Henry.
some ideas.
Have you been writing any songs
I have 4 solid songs
that you've written?
that I've written.
Have you put anything down?
No, I haven't.
Do it. All the people you know.
I know. I sometime. I've got some ideas.
Good.
Is there an album called Whiskey Land out yet?
Don't say it. You better get it put out now. You're it.
Oh my gosh.
No, and there's sometimes songs that are named the same and albums that are named the same. And if you want to call it Whiskey Land, it must mean something to you, Leanne Henry.
Not so much now, but I'm telling you, Jack and Dot, a lot of my life choices. No, but I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. I'm going to do something else.
Hey,
meditation land. Something else.
We've gone through some tough times here. Now, I see. Well, let's go into some good times then, because we've gone through where you're from and where you are, were you? I mean, some tough times in your life, and now what are you doing now? What did you do this morning? That you told me your voice was hoarse for some reason. What are you doing these days that makes your voice hoarse?
I teach Zumba. Oh, I love Zumba.
What is Zumba?
And Zumba is a Latin fitness dance-based platform that millions of women use to get endorphins and shed excess pounds. And it is just, I just love it. I don't even care about anything, all the health benefits. I just love doing it. And let's see.
So where do you do your Zumba?
Dance. Let's see here. LA Fitness.
Which one?
9:45. Chenal, on Chenal at 9:45, and then
What days?
Tuesdays, and then I have another one on Mondays at 8:30 in North Little Rock, LA Fitness.
Yeah.
And then for only July, I'll be at the 10 Fitness in Maumelle, subbing for a friend at 10:30 a.m.
Yeah.
10 Fitness. So,
and you're still playing music at times?
Mm-hmm. I still do an open mic at Sticky Fingers. On Tuesdays. Yeah, and it's just familiar. Rev Room. We did that a lot. And that was so fun. And then just shipped it over to Stickies. So
that's cool. That's cool as can be. So how do people find out about you, Leanne Henry? I do have a YouTube thing where I'll post some stuff on YouTube, but it's not like a dare challenge or anything like that kind of video. It's just me just singing or dancing. Yeah. But if they want to join one of your Zumba classes or maybe want to go see you at an open mic one day, how can they get a hold of you? Oh, let's see. See, that's what I need to work on, because I don't have a Facebook page or Instagram page exclusively dedicated to that. So I got to work on that tomorrow or something. Because I never add people that I don't know. And if I have, it's because someone else, I've discussed them with someone else. 3% or less probably of my Facebook, which would be 3 people. Or no, that's the incorrect math, because that's not the right math. But it's not very many that people on Facebook that I don't. I have to know to add. Yeah. And on Instagram, I only use that for filters, but I have to make one exclusively just for singing and music and Zumba at some point. I don't know why I haven't, but well, for now on the show notes, I want to put something so people can get a hold of you. And if you do come up with something where you make a like page or a fan page or you make a YouTube that's strictly for your fans, let me know. Right now, I do have the YouTube. I do have a YouTube. That's it. That's all I have right now is just YouTube. Oh, cool. And the reason I don't add is just because pictures of my kids and, Yeah, of course. I mean, really, people, I don't want to. So I'll put the link on the show notes to your YouTube, and if they can contact you there. And if you want to send them anyplace else, more power to you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Any other stories you want to tell, Miss Leanne Henry? No. I'm just trying to turn pages back on. Oh my gosh, what have I said?
Whoa, what do I do?
Well, you still got plenty of time to do whatever you want to do. You're very talented. I love to hear you sing. I love to watch you dance. I know, sound like a stalker. Sounds pretty creepy. Yeah. But since we're Facebook friends, I get to see when your dance moves come along. Hey, this is what I'm doing in Zumba today, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I could go to Zumba instead of having to go to my Joe job. So
you should come.
I should come.
I hear,
and I'll be that fat guy in the back of the room, breathing heavy.
It does not matter what gender, anything.
Right. So Zumba's good,
and the music will cover up any kind of breath because I'll flare it. I'll flare it.
Well, I'll definitely have to take you up on that. Do you have anything on Thursdays? Thursday mornings?
No, nothing yet on Thursdays.
Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings.
Oh, I think possibly a Sunday morning one coming up.
Possibly. Oh, that's hot. Well, keep me informed on that one, and I'll try to make it to a Zumba class with Leanne Henry, and I'll try to find a time to catch you at an open mic, and then soon you'll be headlining your own shows.
Maybe. Maybe so. Maybe.
Someday soon. I look forward to it. My goodness, we have talked about some things, and some heart-wrenching things, some touching things, and I'm glad you're doing good, man. You're so smiley, and you got a good family, a nice family bubble. I mean, I ever forward to you, Mrs. Leanne Henry. I'm so happy for you, and so happy to know you.
Thank you, Daniel.
Yes. All right, Leanne Henry. Any last words for the people?
No. Well, because yes and no, but gosh, this silliest stuff pops in my head when you ask these questions.
Yeah,
there's no pre-thought out answer, like the New Orleans story, but you know what phrase popped in my head when you asked that? I should have had one kind of ready to go. Maybe
this is your podcast. You say what you want.
Okay, but I had no pre-planning. This was like no pre-planning at all. This is so corny. But when you asked me that question, the phrase that popped in my head was keep on keeping on.
Yes.
And I don't even know where that came from. My God.
Yes. Do you know how many times I've said that over the years on the radio? And rock and roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So keep on keeping on. I can dig it.
Keeping on.
I can dig it.
That's it.
Yeah, you've been raised right, Leanne Henry.
Thank you.
That's a good way to end this podcast. And thank you so much for doing it.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Leanne Henry.
All right. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye for now.
Okay. Bye.
Party people in the house. There you have it. Leanne Henry. I told you, everyone has a story. Leanne Henry, you had a story. We went a lot of different directions in that story. And I can tell you've been through some times. And I'm so glad you are where you are now. Because you have a great family and a great smile and a great talent. And I'm so happy to know you. And I look forward to seeing you progress in your life, in your career, musically, and family life. I expect nothing but great things for you and your family. Your kids are great. Your husband he's a doll, man. He is the best. And it's nice. It seems like you have a really good relationship, and I appreciate you so much for coming on the program, Leanne Henry. Thank you so much for listening to this installment of What Makes You Famous. If you want to tell your story, I encourage you to give me a call at 501-470-6386 or send me an email, info@radiowhat.com. That's it for me. It's Keys Dan, radiowhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.
Radio What? The music you want. Hey guys, this is Shelly G with a fast fact. U.S. citizens watch the most television. By age 65, an American would have watched the equivalent of 9 years uninterrupted screening, viewing more than 20,000 television commercials per year. Do you have a fast fact? Share it with us at Interactive Radio, RadioWhat.com.
Be on Radio What's. Call 501-470-6386. Say your name, where you're from, and you're listening to What? The music you want is on RadioWhat.com.